Yo, boys, welcome to this very quick video. I just want to go over this very, very quickly because I believe it's very, very important when it comes to scaling your agency. So I just want to go over to a thesis that I used myself to book 30 calls in 24 hours. Now, we didn't have 30 sales calls in one day, so not in 24 hours, but we booked 30 sales calls in 24 hours. I want to go over you just how I did it, the thesis behind it, the mindset behind it, and how you really start thinking in order to actually get the what inputs you have to do to get the outputs of 30 calls, 25 calls, how to book mass appointments for your agency or any kind of online service business. Okay, it's going to be very quick, just be running through it, but it's very, very important. So the first thing is the offer, right? The offer you are pitching to the market is the true key to make this work. How I did this was I completely thought outside of the box. Too many of you are coming into this game and you're going, okay, this guy said do Facebook ads. This guy said do this. This guy said do this. But you can really build such a different offer around what you're doing that's completely outside of the box. In fact, I think the best agencies nowadays are quite outside the box. They're not the traditional, okay, I have a Facebook ad offer. I do Instagram outbound, right? I think you have to pivot in different ways in order to be successful nowadays, okay? So meet the mass volume of the market's demand. And this is exactly the thought process I had when launching this offer, making a fuck ton of money and, booking this amount of sales calls, okay? I'm going to go over how I did it, but this is just some things you need to know beforehand. I thought about how I could meet the mass volume of the market, so the high traffic of the market, okay, and solve the genuine problems. Because a lot of you right now are solving problems that aren't actually too much of a problem, okay? And I think you're doing this in things like, so for example, content scripting, right? And I see a lot of people just, really, really reliant on stuff like content scripting or content scheduling. And these are fantastic mechanisms to add into an offer, especially like a content offer, a short form offer. But it's like, if that's the thing you're relying on as your value implementation, then it's like, it's not a problem that digs deep. It isn't going to really trigger the prospect to be like, I need to talk to this person. Okay, so generally try and think about the genuine problems of your prospect and how you can actually solve these problems instead of, solving problems that aren't even much of a problem for your client. Okay, now this is actually a phrase I really want to dig into your mind because I think it's really important. Be worth a conversation. And now, what do I mean by this, right? So a lot of you right now are perhaps doing everything right, and perhaps you think you're doing everything right. So you've got your optimized profile, you're doing Instagram outbound, you've got a semi-distant script, you've got an offer that's supposedly working, right? But you're just not worth a conversation because you have to understand in any online service business, in any agency, in any offer that you pitch, there's going to be 50, I don't know why I said 50, sorry, tens of thousands of the same agency. Okay, so why are you worth a conversation? Sit down and really analyze and think to yourself, why am I worth a conversation? Why would someone sign up to my offer? And I think that's so, so important. I think that phrase and thinking about why you're worth a conversation is really, really important because conversations is money. Let me say that again. In business, in marketing, conversations equal money. That's the only thing you have to make money. Without conversations, you have no money. Okay, so your offer, your brand, who you are, the value you give, the thing you guarantee needs to be at least worth a conversation because without conversations, you can't make money. You haven't signed a client because you haven't had sales calls. You haven't had sales calls because you haven't thought outside of the box. You haven't met the mass volume of the market's demand. You haven't solved the genuine problems and the roadblocks in the way of their dreams. And you haven't been worth a conversation. You're the same as everyone else. You aren't worth talking to. Okay? Cool. So once you've got an offer that does this, the second thing you need is traffic. Okay? Attention equals cash. The more eyeballs you can generate on your service, the better. The better. Okay? Marketing is and has always been about getting people to stop and listen. This is vital to scaling any business to 20, 30K monthly recurring revenue. Okay. Without attention, you won't be able to do this. Without attention, it's very difficult. If you look at any of the guys that you look up to right now, without attention, it'd be very, very difficult for them to make money. You can't make money without attention in this era. Attention is the number one thing. And that's why content and short form content offers are so, so powerful nowadays if you build the right mechanism because attention is cash. Okay. So there's two ways you can get this traffic. Obviously, you can get it inbound and you get it outbound. So inbound could be, building your audience on Instagram, building your audience on TikTok, building your Facebook audience, maybe a YouTube audience. And obviously, like I said in many, many videos, building your own personal brand is the biggest leverage return on investment in 2023. And this is why I actually did to launch my offer. Okay. The best thing about an inbound acquisition funnel is because it's a warm audience. You're selling to a very warm audience. And this is what I did with my offer that booked 30 sales calls. Because you're pitching to an audience that, okay, one, it's their problem, right? It's the problem of the audience. And two, they're warmed up to who you are as an individual. They're much more likely to buy off you when the sales process is actually, it's time for the sales process, okay? Second thing to get attention on your service is outbound prospecting, right? Outbound solution. So paid ads, even though paid ads can be a form of inbound technically because they come to you in a way, it's outbound, right? You're going out finding people. And outbound prospecting, obviously. So a cold outreach, a cold approach. Obviously, this is going to be less effective because you're targeting a cold audience. I'd actually maybe take paid ads out of that because I think paid ads is a really, really strong acquisition channel. And that's what we're kind of leveraging now. But outbound prospecting is obviously something you want to build the systems for. If you don't have good outbound systems for your agency, then you're going to struggle to book calls, right? So the second thing you need traffic. Now, the third way I did this, okay, because I'm talking about my video here, which was hire my short form content editors. Now, I looked at the market, I looked at who I needed to target, who my audience was. How can I build out a no-brainer offer for them? Okay, if we look at the offer here, fully trained editor, vetted through my personal hiring system, right? Intro hooks to use for your short form content clients, a white label testimonial to leverage, and a $5 to $6 per reel editors, and a sheet on how to manage your short form content editors. Now, that is a no-brainer offer. There is no way anyone would not be interested in this offer. Okay, so, as you can see, I've built the actual offer, and then I scaled it to an audience, right? Traffic. Many people seeing my offer. Okay. And this is how we actually booked 30 calls. Thinking outside of the box. You weren't thinking of this. You weren't thinking of running an editor placement offer and run ads to it or run outbound for it. You weren't thinking outside of the box. Okay. I did a very, very convincing VSL. Who is this for? Why you need it, the effectiveness of editors. I posted this on my Instagram. I actually linked it at the top of my Instagram as a VSL. Okay. I linked it on my Instagram, okay, which also I've built an audience on. If I go on here, so I have an audience on Instagram. So remember step 2 of this plan, which is traffic, right? You need your traffic. So I had the no-brainer offer. I had the unique offer. I broke down everything that you'd need within an offer. So unique, differentiation, solves the genuine problems, scale to a mass volume market. I do what I preach, right? And I thought of everything when it comes to building this offer. Now, the third spot, okay, and the third thing that's going to really, cement this as a really, really sick offer is the VSL, right? It's how you convert your offer. So the term VSL stands for video sales layer. It's essentially a video pitch going over how your service inputs, how your service inputs can help person A get to desired situation. How it solves the problems. Okay, so if we go back here, I've laid out why this solves your problem. It gives you a fully trained editor. It gives you intro hooks. It gives you short form for your short form content clients. 5 to 6 per reel editors, going above and beyond, finding difficult labor. Okay, that was very difficult to activate. Okay, we had to actually lose money in order for this to happen. But I'm bringing value to the market. I'm putting more stress and pain and problems onto me for the sake of my clients. And then added value, like I always say, intro hooks, give a sheet on how to do it, actually think outside the box and have a real offer that, like people are going to be very interested in. You're meeting the mass volume of problems into the market. Okay. So target the correct audience. So my audience was the correct audience to target for this. Okay. And I did a clear call to action, how to book a call, all of that good stuff. The pain points and the no-brainer offer. And that's how I booked 30 calls in 24 hours. Okay. It's just about, it's these three principles. Okay. Obviously, there's stuff that goes behind it about building your offer, differentiation, meeting the mass market, genuine problems, going above and beyond, actually finding the team members, finding the solutions to make this scalable. Who do you need to hire? Okay. How we're going to keep high profit margins, all of this stuff that just comes with entrepreneurship. Traffic, so how you're going to find attention, who you're going to scale this to. Is it paid acquisition? Is it outbound? Is it inbound leads? How can we make the audience more warm? Can we do that through our content? And then the actual VSL, putting together a video sales letter, and how we're going to convert this traffic into paid clients from our calls. And yeah, that's just a quick video going over the thesis I used in order to book 30 sales calls in 24 hours. And I just want you guys thinking a little bit more when it comes to SMMA and any online service offer. It's like, if you have those three things with the built out right, so you built out the right offer, you built out the right traffic, it's a no-brainer offer. You've got the systems to fulfill. Okay, because fulfillment's really important as well. It's like, if you don't have the right systems to fulfill, if you don't have the right team members, then it's not a scalable offer. And yeah, so if you haven't added me on Instagram, it's lukejackson.mx. You can go add me here. And if you aren't in the agency network free Discord, get in the free Discord. And yeah, that's just a quick value, just pumping it up, pumping it out, because I thought this was hugely valuable for you guys. And yeah, I'll see you next one.